Hey there, everybody. I wanted to just talk really briefly about a sort of depressing trend that I've noticed popping up on my YouTube feed. I'm a lot more active on YouTube recently than I have been. Um, and it's this phenomenon of what we call leftist infighting. We have all of our principal figures on the YouTube left. You've got your David Pakman, your Brian Tyler Cohen, and your Vosh, and your Emma of England, and your Anna Kasparian, and your Cenk Uygur, and your Brian Tyler Cohen, and your Hassan Piker. God, even saying that name. And your Kyle Kalinske. You know the lot. But the thing that bothers me isn't necessarily that these videos pop up saying that these people are in conflict in some way. That's fine. I think it's important, it's healthy, and it's productive for people who sort of ostensibly belong to this vast ideological subgroup to quarrel about specific philosophical and political points. Yeah, sure, that's fine. And ethical or whatever, philosophical, ethical, political, whatever other words you want to put in there. Yeah, it's fine for us to quarrel about that and for us to decide, what exactly does it mean to be left wing? What does it mean to be a true leftist? That's an ongoing debate, and there's nothing wrong with that. And let me throw Sam Harris in there as well, because I'm tired of people saying that he's some kind of like a right wing nut job. Sam Harris is not a right wing nut job. Just stop saying that. He belongs to the left. You just don't like his particular brand of leftism, but that doesn't matter. And he's part of I'm about to get to what my complaint is because he is culpable in this as well. What I am tired of seeing in these leftist infighting posts is these videos that pop up indicating that one of these leftists on his or her podcast or live stream or daily show or whatever it is made some point of criticism about another leftist, or trash talked a little bit or made fun of them or something like that. And then the other one, as soon as they caught wind of it, because you got these perpetually online people. So I'm sure when one leftist YouTuber insults or criticizes another, there's like a million people who are like, oh, you got to go see what he said. What did he say? Go see what he said about you. Go see what he said about you. And then there's this incredible pressure for the person who was criticized or mocked or insulted or whatever to immediately produce a response video. And then, the person who was criticized, critiqued, insulted, mocked, made fun of, whatever. They have to go and rush out their response video. And then all of their sycophants go and they repost it and then they make their commentary on it. They say, oh, this person went and destroyed. He went and destroyed. Kyle Kalinske went and destroyed David Pakman after David Pakman made a slight critique of him. I just find this to be incredibly childish and saddening. It's sad to me to see that this is grown people making videos about each other. You don't even have to go and take a flight to wherever this other person is that criticized you to have a debate with them. You guys can just get on a Zoom call and just hash it out. That's what you can do. That's what adults do. Adults, they get on Zoom calls together nowadays, all right? Because it's easier and it's cheaper. You can just you can just get into a Zoom meeting or a Teams meeting. Fuck Teams, but some people might actually use Teams. I don't know why, but some of them do. You can just do that. And then you can hash out your differences and have a dispute, have a back and forth. But no, it's got to be this I'm going to make a video and then I'm going to respond to your video and then you're going to respond to my video and we're going to go back and forth and on and on and on. We're never actually going to have a conversation about whatever our dispute is. Because, our popularity on YouTube and our mass numbers of followers just allow us, they permit us to act like total children in situations like this when we have a disagreement. So we're just going to make videos trashing each other into eternity. I can't. I mean, it's just embarrassing. Like it's not. I'm still ostensibly on the left. All right, I would describe myself as a leftist, but I mean, this is just because what goes on in the right wing. Right wing infighting is a lot different than this. It's a lot different. And it's actually more humiliating and embarrassing. So, honestly, it's kind of just like by default that I have to remain aligned with the left because I can't be part of what happens over there. I just can't. Even if ideologically I might disagree on a few points, I might align myself with right wingers on a couple things, maybe a little bit more. But I'm still gonna identify as a leftist because I can't be part of what's going on over there. But this is just, I mean, this is pathetic. This is pathetic. It's sad. It's childish. It's because there's no excuse for it. That's the thing that I can't take about it is that there's no excuse for it. There's no excuse for two YouTubers who are in dispute about one little petty thing, who have millions of followers. And wouldn't it actually be beneficial to both of them to get together onto a Zoom call and just fight each other and just like verbally, just get into it verbally, just like exchange fisticuffs in a verbal sense? Wouldn't that be like beneficial to their channels? Like, wouldn't that like boost their subscribers and get people excited about the ideas that they're debating about? Wouldn't that do more than just making video after video after video trashing the other person without having an actual conversation? What is going on here? Why are we doing this? Where is it getting us? What is this? What is the end game here? When David Pakman says something, I didn't even see what it was, but this was the most recent one. David Pakman says something about Kyle Kalinske in one of his podcasts, or his daily hour-long news streams or whatever. He says something about Kyle Kalinske in some kind of criticism of it. And then Kyle Kalinske responds with vitriolic, resentment. And then everybody on David Pakman's side, whoa, David Pakman made a legitimate criticism of Kyle Kalinske. And then Kyle Kalinske returns, with a vengeance. And he absolutely destroys and devastates David Pakman. Obliterates. No, he didn't. He did not obliterate David Pakman. What he did was he acted like a child because he didn't go and have a conversation with David Pakman. He didn't invite him to have a conversation. The two men did not meet halfway and have a conversation about what the problem is. And I mean, I don't know. It's just, to me, it's not discourse, and it's really saddening because a lot of these people that I'm talking about right here, Kyle Kalinske and David Pakman, I have a long history listening to these guys. I've been listening, some of these people I've been listening to for more than a decade. And I just expect better from these people, and I'm not getting better from these people. I'm getting childish bullshit. And maybe that's, maybe it's this kind of bullshit that, that these runarounds that go absolutely nowhere and accomplish nothing. Maybe that's why the left can't ever get anywhere. Yeah, that's part of the reason. Anyways. All right, well, everybody out there who sees this, hey, if you're like a slightly prominent leftist YouTuber, invite me to debate you. I don't really have much to say. I don't have a very insightful political mind. I know childish bullshit when I see it, and that's why I'm calling it out in this. Or you can just make a video trashing me, because at least it will direct people to my channel. And then they'll realize, oh, this guy isn't actually a political YouTuber. He just made one video where he complained about one thing. And then what he actually does is like cool stuff, like reviewing spicy foods and hot sauces. Oh, I'm going to subscribe. So, either way, come on. Like, what is this? It's just, I'm so over it. I'm so tired of it. It's just so pitiful and pathetic and sad to see it. And yeah, I know it's like, I'm saying that somebody who has, 100,000 times the wealth that I will ever have in my 6 decades of teaching that I'm going to have to undergo, is pathetic. But it is pathetic. There is something pitiful about it. Money isn't everything. Sometimes dignity means something too. And that's not what I'm seeing here.